Hey, what's up, Infosec addicts? Joe McCrae here for another mentor moment. Couple of key points. So the first key point was culture. What's it like when you're working in a group and there's just some cultural things that this company does, okay? The first cultural thing that I'm gonna give as an example was one of the girls who worked for me. Her name was Diana. Diana, beautiful, 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 intelligent girl, sweetheart of a person, right? We're still friends to this day. I was doing this presentation for the Army and I was all really worried about it. It was gonna be a really big presentation and we're preparing for it. And I remember while I'm standing up there doing the presentation, prepping for it, she kind of asked, she's like, "Mr. McCrae, can I speak freely?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead, sure." And she goes, "That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life." Geez, like, okay, like put a little sugar on it, please. Dang, that kind of hurt, right? But she was like, "Well, Mr. McCrae, look, earlier in the slides, you're talking about how you did the training for the Army. And then like later in the presentation, you're talking about how bad the Army's training program is. Well, do you really want to say that if you're the one who did some of the training?" Well, dang, she's right. And it made me realize that at that point in time, I made all of the guys who worked in the company for me very blunt. Like guys were profanity laced and guys really kind of came at you. But I personally, my own inner makeup, I really wasn't prepared to have a woman talk to me that way. And I had to get over that. I really had to recognize that this person, although from a different background than I was, I had to realize that she brought a lot to the table. You know, she's really smart, a real performer. I really had to realize, like, no, this girl knows what the heck she's talking about, and she's a valuable asset. And I had to get over that. I had to realize, you know what? I wanted people to recognize, you know, me for my merit, what I bring to the table, disregard the fact that I'm black, and focus on what I bring to the table. I had to do that for women. Now, again, I'm not saying I'm proud of it, but it's something I had to get over and realize, no, let's focus on what this person brings to the table and not so much on where their background and all of that. And I had to make that a cultural thing for people who work for me. I like a culture of blunt employees. Not everybody likes that. I'm just telling you, I like that. I like a work environment where people, we call it shotgun blast to the chest at my company. I like that. I like that knowing this person cares enough that no, you're not gonna walk out there and be that way representing me. You know, I like it when they take it personal like that. When you're looking to work for a company, you're looking for a place, in my opinion, that has the corporate culture that you want to work for. So when you do a job interview, you want to have a set of questions for them. Think of it like it's an interview for them just as much as it's an interview for you. Because if you're really a performer, you're only going to be a good performer if you're in a good work environment. So have questions for your prospective employer. Hey, they're asking me about my work ethic and what I bring to the table and my education and my experience and how I interoperate with other people and how I handle diverse situations. You want to know those things about them. How do they handle training? How do they handle vacation? How do they handle quality time and work-life balance and family, whatever those things are that are important to you? How do they handle you going to hacker conferences or whatever those things are? How do they handle those things? Because you want to be letting your spidey sense figure out, well, is this going to be the kind of place that I want to work? Is this going to be the kind of place that I know I'm going to succeed in? Second thing was managerial style. So for me, I'm a very technical person. I'm nerdy and, you know, I speak that geekanese, right? When I first became a manager, I very quickly learned that I was a horrible manager. Well, that's a lie. It took me a long time to learn that I was a horrible manager. I sucked. I was so bad at managing. And it's because I was technical. And because I was technical, I didn't really let people grow. I really didn't let people work. I kept trying to tell them how to do their work or how I wanted it done. Instead of just saying, I need this done, And it took me a while to learn that a good employee wants three things. They want what you want done, number one. They want two, when you want it done. And they want number three, when you're getting out of their office so they can get it done. It took me a while to learn that when I'm talking and that employee's kind of nodding their head and smiling, trying to be polite, that's the signal for, I got this, you can leave now. A good employee, at least for me, knows, hey, if I get in a bind, I'll come to you. Tell me what you want done. Tell me when you want it done. And I'd really appreciate it if you would leave right now so I could work. And it took me a long time of micromanaging and really insulting intelligent people. Quite frankly, I'm just being honest. I insulted a lot of people's intelligence because I micromanaged them. I insulted a lot of people's intelligence because I tried to be so explicit about what I wanted done and how I wanted it done that I didn't let that person prove that they could learn the job and grow in the job. I'm not saying that management is bad. I do think for technical people, I do think you should learn to manage and get in and actually try being a manager. If you absolutely know you don't want to manage, that's fine, but definitely also be conscious of the type of employee that you are and the kind of work environment that you want to be in.